Meatball. Here he is. Meatball.
Sit.
Here he is. Big, bold, and beautiful.
Tell him to sit.
At Bed and Biscuit.
Come here, buddy.
Well, he looks fantastic. Cameron, you've been loving on this baby for a long time.
Yep.
Here he is. Our viewers are not asking, they're demanding us to do an update because we found out Friday that there is changes in this situation that are not just surprising, rather shocking. So bring us up to date. What is the deal with this Meatball situation?
We found out that on September 8th, Michigan Humane Society, who has not been involved in the whole Meatball ordeal since the beginning, filed an emergency motion for custody of the dog.
And that had to take you by surprise.
It took me by surprise because does this dog look like he's in an emergency situation? I mean, I could understand doing that if you had an abuse case or something like that, or a child even, but a dog who is totally happy and thriving here. So they filed this emergency motion. We have an attorney that's been working on it because Detroit Pit Crew and I filed a motion to gain custody of the dog. We thought it was just a matter of course that we would do that. And are you getting up here, big guy? And we understand that Macomb County no longer has jurisdiction. The dog has reverted back to East Point Police Department, who took him in the first place from John Sporer, his abuser. Let's
catch everybody up. We were there back in February. We saw the terrible video of Meatball being abused. There was, he was seized then. And at that time, it becomes an animal abuse case. I think a felony animal abuse case.
It's felony. He's facing 4 years in prison.
And he becomes a piece of evidence in a criminal case at that time. He's locked up, I think, in a vet clinic.
Two different vet clinics.
Two different vet clinics. So he's a big guy. I mean, how much does he weigh?
I would think about 120.
And so, you know, he's locked up. He can't run. He can't do anything. Eventually, Macomb County prosecutor, at the beginning of the summer, we were out here in May. We do this exclusive report with you that Eric Smith gets involved and he places him with you, but that was a temporary placement.
We were holding him as evidence.
Holding him as evidence, but he could run and jump and play here.
He huge.
Yeah, and he's very, really happy, and he's been here. And
he's sleeping on my couch. He is not in my boarding kennel. He was in the beginning, but once I began to trust him with my other dogs and in my house, because he's an older dog and he's a big dog, and you just don't know. So we did have him in the kennel in the beginning, or just at night in the beginning, but he's pretty much taken over my couch.
And in all reality, you were hoping to keep him, obviously.
Well, initially I didn't think that would be the case, but yeah, we fell in love with him. And once a dog is sleeping on your couch for 3 or 4 months, and you love him, and I mean, look at him. There's nothing objectionable about this dog. I mean, he does dig holes, don't you? But in this yard, it doesn't matter. And we love him, and I didn't anticipate falling in love and keeping him. I've been doing rescue for 30 years, and if I kept every dog that I fell in love with, I would have 1,000.
So there's going to be a hearing then?
So the hearing, this emergency motion, is now set for September 26th in Judge Servito's court. We expect Judge Servito to tell Michigan Humane Society the same thing they told us, which is he no longer has jurisdiction. This has reverted to East Point. East Point has remained silent as far as I know of since you broke this whole story on Friday, I believe it was. We were not ready to go public with it because we didn't know who was our ally and who was trying to take him away. So now we know Michigan Humane is trying to take him away based on their emergency motion they filed, and we just don't know why. This is where, look at him. I mean, this dog is comfortable here. He was in 7 places in 10 months. Okay, he deserves, and this is the 7th, he deserves to have a steady life. He's 4 to 5 years old. They only live till 8 to 10. Let's let him live out his life in peace. He's fine. He's done. Go ahead.
Sure, go ahead. Well, I just want to read to everyone what Michigan Humane Society posted on their Facebook page. They're saying, quote, "Many of you know Meatball's story." There he is. "He was abused by his former owner, and his case is now going through the legal system. Before his adoption, Meatball spent significant time in our care, and you can see in this photo, our staff loves him dearly. we have been involved with the law enforcement and our city attorney since we were advised of his case. We understand the interest in Meatball, but cannot comment on the ongoing criminal investigation. Be assured that, like everyone who knows him, we want the best for Meatball. Therefore, we will continue to reach out to other interested parties to ensure that together we reach the best possible outcome for him. So that's their side of the story.
The falsehood in that is, it is not part of the criminal investigation anymore. John Sporer, his abuser, signed off on him. So this dog has nothing to do with the criminal investigation. He was being held as evidence. Now he's signed off. They no longer need him for evidence. So that is incorrect. And reaching out to all interested parties, I filed a motion a week before Michigan Humane did, along with Detroit Pit Crew. We filed a motion, and they have never contacted me, not said, okay, this is our dog, we'll help pay for his boarding, we'll help pay for his food, does he need any shots, does he need any vet care? They're saying they reached out to the interested parties. That is totally false. I have never heard from Michigan Humane Society in the over 3 months Meatball has been here.
Okay, so the hearing is when?
The next hearing is September 26th. However, that we believe is going to be thrown out like it was our motion, and we believe that if anybody wants to come get this dog, it's East Point Police Department, and are they going to show up at the door with a warrant? That's what we don't know. And I won't know until we get back into the legal system tomorrow on Monday and see what our attorney has to say. But they have hired a high-powered firm, very expensive firm, and my attorney said, you cannot afford to fight this. He said, this is going to be, you know, tens of thousands of dollars to start a lawsuit, and I can't do that. And Sean, as you know, we fought to get this dog. I had to be inspected, and different insurance and all kinds of things we had to do to get this dog to come here in the first place. And I don't know emotionally how much more I can do. I don't know if I have it in me to fight these people in court. But it's over a dog. Michigan Humane, I would beg you, you have thousands of dogs coming in there every day. Please, please take care of the ones that are in desperate need right now. This dog is fine.
All right, well, I wanted to come get your side. I wanted to read what Michigan Humane had said on their side, and the case of Meatball continues.
You can also read my side. I commented on Michigan Humane's page. It is also on the Bed and Biscuit page. You can look and see my response to Michigan Humane that I did late last night, but I think it's coherent. All right, bud, give me kisses.